I'm just waiting to see myself because it says I'm live, but I'm not seeing myself right here. There we go. There we go. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. What's up, Kaimon? Gio? Alex Leon. Who's making fun? Who's making fun? We're raising awareness. And even if so, this definitely ain't the place. It's like triple down here. Triple down. We know no borders. But that's not the case. It's all about bringing awareness. It's all about bringing awareness. Thank you, everybody, for being here right now. Look, you might think, why are you still talking about this? How many videos in a row are you going to make about the situation? Hey, I don't know. How many days in a row when I look up the news, when I'm trying to figure out what's going on, when I'm trying to figure out what to talk about, is this going to be what's going on right here? I mean, it's not up to me. This is out of my control. This is far out of my control. I didn't ask for this. People acting like I wanted this. I get up every morning. Every morning I wake up at 1 p.m. and I go to Google and I'm like, what's going on today? What kind of news can I break to the homies? Maybe they're on their lunch break right now. Maybe they just got out of class or whatever. Maybe they just woke up. What can I do? I go to Google, I put in MMA, I put in UFC, martial arts, mixed martial arts, Dana White, Dana White, Dana White, Dana White. It's not my fault. Oh, it ain't my fault. I'm just telling you what's out there right now. What do you want me to talk about? Dustin Poirier's Chile? Conor McGregor weighing like 350 pounds? What do you want me to talk about? People want to stray away from this topic because it makes them uncomfortable. California Legislative Women's Caucus. You mean the CLWC? Oh, yeah. We all know that thing. You guys know the CLWC, those ones. The notorious CLWC. California Legislative Women's Caucus. Did they just come into existence this afternoon? This is the one time I want to hear Conor McGregor looking up and saying, who's the California Legislative Women's Caucus? Who is that? California Legislative Women's Caucus calls for Dana White's removal. First of all, look. I'm just reading this name right here. And it's like, it's kind of, it reminds me of like the Little Rascals or something, you know, like the He-Man Woman Haters Club. It sounds like they just came up with this name at Starbucks right now. It sounds like somebody just came up with this just to come after this dude right here. California Legislative Women's Caucus calls for Dana White's removal as UFC president. I told you guys that this was going to be a thing. A lot of people are like, nah, they already swept it under the rug. A lot of people are out here moping, feeling sorry for themselves because they hate Dana White. No, they're not going to do nothing. Everything's going to be quiet. No one's ever going to talk about it again. I told you they weren't going to stop. Do you know the place and the time we're living in? They're not going to stop. These people are cockroaches. It's almost in the name. California Legislative Women's Cockroaches. It just rolls right off the tongue. It basically says it itself. I told you guys this was going to happen. Look, I like Dana White just about as much as I like Jake Paul. You know, people get it twisted. I'm not a Jake Paul fanboy. I'm not a Dana White fanboy. But I'm a fan of the truth. And you know, it hurts me to say, but maybe some of you, maybe you can't handle the truth. Maybe some of you, it hurts just as much to hear that as it hurts to hear the truth itself. I'm not a fan of Jake Paul. I'm not a fan of Dana White, but I'm a fan of objectivity and giving it to you straight. And I told you they were going to keep coming after him and not giving up. They don't give up. Just like a dog barking. In a letter written to Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel, the group is calling for the immediate removal. I like how they say it, like if there's any kind of authority here, but still, the nerve, the noive of Dana White as the president of the UFC, and expressed deep concern in regards to the video where White strikes his wife. Interesting way they frame that, as well as the non-response from all involved. Thiago Alves says it's never going to happen. Killer B MMA, I believe she's a woman. I'm not sure, but I think she's a woman. His wife should not have slapped him, and he should not have slapped her back. They are both in the wrong, equally in the wrong. Pretty level-headed, if you ask me. Dana should 100% be punished for his actions in some way, but to be removed from the company is not it. Maybe California should be worrying about their own problems. What does the women's legislation think about his wife striking him first? That's what I found right here. Oh, no, not the California Legislative Women's Caucus. What's Dana going to do? Can the California Women's Caucus even define what a woman is? I saw on the tab, one of the tabs on their website was the Woman of the Year, and I just had to click on it. I was just hoping. But they haven't picked it yet. It's insanity. It's insanity. Hey, thank you, Mosi. Thank you. Yes, in case you guys don't know, me and the homie John Fitch did a corroboration on his YouTube channel. We did like an 1.5-hour video, just chilling, chopping it up, and talking about different things in the MMA world. We talked extensively about the slap and everything. So if you want to scope it, just go to John Fitch's YouTube channel. It was a good time. This dude right here says she was trying to leave before he grabbed her. You know, I wish I could play the video again, but the last time I played it, is it on his Instagram? The slap's probably not on Dana's Instagram, huh? The last time I played the slap, stupid TMZ came at me with the copyright. But when you watch it, Dana White power slap. It's funny, like not that long ago when you look up Dana White slap, it was all his new promotion, but those days are long gone. Now it's nothing but Cabo. It's interesting when you look at the video, there's a part in it, I believe, that's pretty obvious. It was cut. And that's not my main point right now. Yeah, they just go right to this right now. I mean, this is kind of what happens like every time I do a breakdown. I break down a fight, and you got the fans of one fighter, and you got the fans of another fighter. And, you know, the people who are on my side and agree with me, whatever, they say positive things. But the people on the other side, it always amazes me how they can look at a piece of footage and be so absolutely wrong about what they're seeing. And I'm so confident because I spend too much time playing it over and over because this is what I've decided to do for a living. And they come into it with their emotions and their biases, and and these hills that they got to die on, and I'm just pressing rewind. I mean, it's real simple for me. What does the footage say? And let me see. Let me watch this again. Hey, you're more than welcome. As I'm doing this myself, you're more than welcome to go back and look at the footage yourself. Oh, oh my gosh. I never saw this before. Oh my gosh. This is quite fascinating. I kind of want to make it. I kind of want to make a full-blown edited video about this. I'm watching the footage right now, and I mean, there's that one pose where she's like upset and she has her face covered and she's like, I'm counting to 3 right now, and I'm gonna sock you in the face. I'm gonna smack you as soon as I count to 3. And he's like, he's kind of like, hey. He's not grabbing her at this point. But I noticed in the footage right here something I never noticed before. When she turns, she's squaring up with him. She's like this, I'm gonna smack you when I count to 3. And he's still trying to talk to her. She turns and she squares up with him. Now, she's not turning all the way around. She's squaring up. And you could see on Dana White's face, you could see him clench his face. You could see him go like this. Like a few beats before she even hauls back with the slap. So there's 2 things that could be going on right here. Okay? And I'm okay with either of them. Don't think I got a narrative here. I don't have an agenda. I don't have an agenda. If you guys want to watch the video as I'm talking about it, I mean, this is just the first link I found when I YouTubed it right now, when I looked it up. If you want to watch along with me, here's a link right here. Anybody can watch this. Public viewing. You could see him go like that and like brace for it before, a couple, at least maybe a few beats before she even hauls back John Wayne style to smack him. Where is it at? In case, some of you can't really click out to another thing right now. I don't know how good this is going to express it. It's a little bit grainy. I know it's not the best quality I'm working with right here. I mean, look at his mouth. Look at his neck. Look at his chin, his jaw, like just kind of the way that he's maneuvering right there. Maneuvering the muscles and the structure in his mouth right there. He's bracing for it. You can see that the vein popping out of his neck right there. He's bracing for it. And that's moments before she even hauls back. And what I'm noticing for the first time right here, let me see. Let me look before I say it, because look, again, I'm all about objectivity and about the truth. I'm not just trying to tell you what I feel and then try to find something to confirm it. I'm going to look at what's happening and tell you that. And he's clenching even before that. I went back a little bit. He's clenching even before that. And look, now I know at one point she's over here like on the balcony, right? So when you see her body language, I didn't even tell you what I was going to say. There's 2 things this could be here. Number 1, she has a history of violence, which we already know. We already know that she's given him black eyes before. We know this. We know she hits him. She has hit him. Now, here's the funny thing, and do with this what you will. A lot of people are making the claim, if Dana White just did this right now on camera, obviously he's done it before, which I'm not going to be the biggest defender of Dana White on that. It's not like he's in my pocket or anything like that. But, I mean, that's kind of one of those to be the man, you got to beat the man kind of things. I mean, I know this will sound very pro abuse, but it's such an ignorant thing to say. That's like if I'm at a restaurant and I see a little kid wrap up his straw wrapper and throw it on the floor. I bet that kid's done that a million times. This might be the first time. I don't know. Has Dana White smacked his wife 437 times in private? Maybe. I'm not being like, no, he did it. Maybe he did. But to be like, you know, it's not the first time. That's a little bit smug. It's a little bit presumptuous. You never know. But what's really funny about that, because everybody's saying that, what we actually do know is that she gave him a black eye. That's the hilarious part. Well, you know, if he did it on camera, first of all, I mean, did he even know the camera was there? That's a weird thing to say. If he did it on camera, you know, it's not the first time. We don't know that. And what's hilarious is we do know that his wife has hit him and given him a black eye. GM, love the pod with John Finch. Had to watch it twice. Dang it. 3 hours worth. That man is the Morpheus the MMA community needs. I'm telling you. I mean, it's refreshing to talk to somebody like him that's not under the thumb of anybody. You know, he could just say whatever he wants. And not only that, but he could be truthful. And it's good to see him sit down with the OG truther. I love you, man. Here's to a good 2023. I love you, boy. Thank you so much. Same to you as well. I mean, it's got to be better than the last one, right? It's got to be better. I mean, I know you have some things to celebrate. So there was some highs as well, you know. At least for me, I'll speak for myself. But look, there's two things it could be. Because of the way if you look at the footage, if you really look at it, and you just got too much time in your day like me, and you're just watching it over and over again, and you're slowing it down, you're pausing it and all that, you can clearly see long before she hauls back for the slap, he's bracing. And I when I went back right now, I realized he started doing it even earlier than I thought he was. The footage is really grainy, but you got to look for it. Because nobody's looking for this. They're just seeing the most obvious thing. These fools are smacking each other in the face. That's like the glaring thing. You got to look for these other little nuances. Nobody else is doing this. Other people have jobs and things, you know, that I don't have. So I'm carving the time out of my day to look for every single little thing. I'm like a detective right here. And now you can see it too. You can't unsee it. So there's two things. He was bracing because he knows how she is. Or number two, they planned this. They planned this. I still remember when I was a little kid and I was watching Ken Shamrock, and he was in a fight with I think it was Val Venus. No. I don't know why I'm mixing these two fools up. It was either Val Venus or Billy Gunn. I think it was Val Venus. And supposedly there was a girl who was supposed to be Shamrock's sister. And she was like with the dude he was fighting. And they were mad. And the camera was right on Shamrock. And maybe the mic was too hot or whatever. But he told her all loud, he goes, slap me. And then she slapped him. And I was like, so I mean, this could either be one of those moments where this is that, like we talked about before, that perfect guerrilla type marketing. Or he knows her history of abuse. He's like, she's about to hit me. And he didn't go for her wrist until after he started making that face. Come on, and I can't let you get too close. Why? She was okay. Thank you, Kaimon. I can't let you get not too close. That's just a cocaine jaw clenching. Come on. Look. And look, maybe I'm building some kind of a narrative here. I'm trying to ease you into it. You didn't notice, but look, I'm getting to it now. I keep talking about how he was clenching before she even hauled back for the slap. I keep using that phrase. The reason I'm doing that is because her slap was like a sucker punch kind of slap, you know? And a lot of people are talking about how she was trying to leave, and how he wouldn't let her. A body language in this moment where she's trying to leave is it's similar to the body language of hauling back for a sucker punch. And when she actually does turn, when she actually does swing her hips toward him and pivot with that smack, it almost seems as if she never really had any intention of leaving in the first place. And I'm saying this to you as someone who's watching this video over and over and over and over and over again, not someone that just got mad that some dude smacked his wife. You know, I'm helping Jesse Jr. right now learn how to play basketball. And one of the things that I'm always showing him on defense is when he's dribbling to keep this one arm right here between him and the defender, to keep this one arm, keep him at the distance right here. So they got something blocking them. There's a distance created. There's a little blockage of entry in the way. And then you know how to switch over. You got this guy on this side. You got this guy on this side. And you can see when Dana White turns. And I don't know how many of you are watching this along with me. You can see when Dana White turns or when his wife turns. He's got that arm out right there, kind of like a defender. I mean, it's a while before he grabs her. If you're watching this video along with me, if you're watching, hey, Lenny Navarra, the reason why nobody's talking about it is because too many people got stuff to lose. I'm like the only one talking about it as far as I know. Nobody wants to be seen as a bigot or a hate monger or an abuser or anything like that. They're afraid to go against the grain and talk about the loud people shouting and tweeting and stuff like that. They don't want to look bad. But you got to be able to articulate your stance and show people how inconsistent and illogical they're being. Some people just shy away. They don't want to deal with it. When you look at the footage right here, she starts to turn and his hand is out, not grabbing her, almost like he's trying to keep distance from her. Then he kind of parries it down. And she throws the sucker smack. And again, a very important part of this whole trade right here is how he was clenched before it was even clear she was going to throw that slap. So he smacks her back. She came back for round two. Now, I know this plays real quick and it's real grainy and the lighting isn't good, but she completely turns back around and squares up with them again. She's coming back toward him. Yeah, she swings at him again. I wish I could show you this. So she kind of goes down for a moment. She turns back around. I mean, it's hard to see. Federal! And Dana's voice is the best. Why is this the best pod on YouTube? I can't do his voice anymore. I'm a little bit raspy. Are you guys out of your mind? I can't do it. I mean, how stupid? I can't do it. How dumb do you think people are? They'll go to federal prison. That's my best Dana White I think I've ever done. I don't know. I can't do his voice. I don't think it's really about the voice. I think it's about the emotion coming through there. Did I not take a photo? Where'd it go? See, even my computer is trying to fight back. Even my computer's trying to silence me. Oh, there it is. All right. It's just slow. You can see right here, she came back with the straight left. Can you tell? I always forget if you can see my mouse or not. I can't see it on my end. But this was like a little exchange right here. She's got the arm back out there doing work. She wasn't done. She wasn't like doubled over on the floor or anything like that, weeping. She's still swinging. Oh, she hit him again. I never saw that before. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's what happens. Her face, she's on the balcony, she's frustrated. She don't want to have nothing to do with them in that moment. She turns around, he has his hand like this. She like lowers him. He's like trying to keep her hands down, keep him down here. He's like this. He clenches his face and goes like that. She pivots, smacks him. He looks at her like, "Are you serious?" He slaps her back. She turns around. Oh yeah, he hits her again first. How did I miss that the first like 50 times? I mean, that's the thing here. There's so much you could keep seeing. People look at it a couple times and they think that's all there is to it. So she turns around. Boom, he goes again. She throws the left. And she's grabbing onto his hands now. I don't know if she's trying to grapple or what, but she has a hold of his forearms. Dang it. So then at the end, he's just trying to nip it in the bud and he kind of chucks her. At the end, he kind of like just like puts her like, stay there. And there's other people intervening at that point, and maybe he knows this ain't gonna go any farther anyway. People are probably gonna start stalking me. I'm just gonna end this. But I mean, I saw that when I went on Google just to see what was going on, and it was like, this ain't gonna end. This ain't gonna end. And then I watched the video again a few times, and it's like, wait a minute. Why is he clenching his face way before she even looks like she's gonna smack him? I mean, she's had, look, I'll give you the Cliff's notes. The video starts with her obviously being irritated and wanting to have nothing to do with him. Emmett Crilly, just watched the John Fitch podcast. It was super good. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. I was really hoping a lot of people would show up and show him love, subscribe, like the video, comment, and all that. He's a really cool dude. And I've commented on his stuff on Twitter. He's commented on mine, shared some of my stuff. And I was like, cool, man. Like, we, you know, like-minded people, you know? And then we did that, and it was like even more so than I thought. Just a really cool dude. So thank you for doing it. Ordinary Pete, she probably caught him cheating. Hey, look, again, hey, I'll remind you guys again. Dana White is a scumbucket, all right? He's a dirty dude. But so like the video shows she was upset. She's right here. She's upset. And a lot of people, it seems like in their head, they think the next moment was, I'm going to turn and leave now. It's not what happened. She's upset. She squares up with him. Soon as she turns, he's like, oh, he starts like parrying. He starts doing this kind of sticky hand stuff right here. Soon as she turns, he's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. And he goes like this. He does this kind of, he puts the hand down. He's like, nah, 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 nah. Like, stop it. And remember, look, I don't know if she hit him before the video started. The video started in a very convenient moment. And we already know this. I've broken down so many fights. I was breaking them down on Rumble. We've seen so many street fights. We know how this happens. Videos are always annoying when it's a real fight video because it always leaves you wondering, Always. How did it start? What happened first? And no matter what anybody wants to think, nobody knows. But it started with her looking frustrated. And the reason I said that, federal. Why would he risk going to federal prison? Their big screen TVs are not even close to his, I'm sure. Thank you, Golden McGoldface. Bah, 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 bah. I'm not talking state. I'm not talking county. I'm talking federal. Federal vacation. She could have smacked him up 40 times before the video started. We don't know. Why was he already parrying that hand? That happened before the grab. Watch the video. Stop. I'm like Gary Vaynerchuk. Stop listening to me. Don't listen to me. Go out there and do the work. I used to watch Gary Vaynerchuk and I got his book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. I was on that train in like 2014. Remember when he was like all huge? He was making those daily videos in his office, like what you should do and hashtags and all that. Fool got me. Fool got me. But the video starts and she's upset. The moment she turns, now, please, before you keep going on about it, go watch the video. All right? She didn't turn to leave. She squared up and he parries the hand. Then she gets mad when he does that. And he clenches and grabs. Then she goes, Khatan! Then he smacks her back. The thing that a lot of people aren't talking about here is this was like an international water type of incident. Can you even expedite him for that? Can you get him in trouble in America for something that he did in international Cabo, an international clubbing? Can you break the law while internationally clubbing? And can you get expedited for that? Can he get in trouble in the United States for something that he did over there? I don't think so. No jurisdiction. He went to Cabo to power slap his wife legally. I mean, if you're going to go through the trouble of leaving the country, Endeavor owns UFC, not Disney. Just like Fox didn't own the UFC when it was on Fox. That's very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. Because then if Disney did own it, he'd be gone already, right? That's how we'd have the UFC hosted by Howie Mandel, like I was saying last time. That was the only thing left that had me scratching my beanie. Like, how is this possible? Dang it. That's the same reason Baroni ended his lady over there. But the scary thing is, I think she's a native to Mexico. So, like, what was he didn't think it through. Look, I'll continue to remind you. I will continue to remind you. I'm not saying that anybody should hit anybody. There's some people getting a little too excited about this. There's some people getting so like on the side of Dana White. Hey, thank you, Specialty Automotive. Always happy to see you here. There's some people like so, and you got to understand, people aren't on the side of Dana White because they like Dana White. People are on the side of Dana White because they're fighting back against that culture. They're fighting back against that agenda that's trying to make man a perpetual victim. You know who should be the victim? Nobody. Defending Dana White doesn't say that women should be victims. Defending Dana White is saying, stop trying to make men monsters. Stop trying to make men evil. That's what all of us defending the Dana White stance here is. Not all of us that are talking in favor of Dana White, none of us like that fool. None of us. It's all talking back against the agenda, against the narrative, and against the men hate. That's all it is. I don't care about Dana White. How about Owens? My wife was never my friend. Dana White. I believe it. It's just business. It's only business. Jacob 4848, member for 11 months. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Cheers to the new year, GM. Loving the streams. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. I was always very, very hesitant to stream, period. Definitely not this much. I've said it time and time again. I like giving you good edited stuff that I could be proud of. But more people have been asking me to stream, and I don't ever have this kind of fun when I'm alone all by myself editing for hours. So I'm gonna do both. I just uploaded a short yesterday, the day before. I'm gonna upload another short in a couple hours. I'm still uploading. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be this active. Raj M, 25 months flexing. Thank you, Raj M. Jacob gonna be here another 11 months too. That's what's up. Dubsy Dabster, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you very much. I'm about to upgrade my StreamYard so I can have even higher HD, higher video. So you're helping me pay for that. Thank you. Solid Gus, member for 15 months. That's solid. That's solid. If you stream for 1 month, you'll have 1,000 live views every stream. I would be shocked if YouTube allowed that to happen. I mean, that's another thing. That's another reasons why. I mean, if there's someone else, let me know. I mean, I know John Fitch is on in the same sphere with me, and John Fitch doesn't like Dana White. But just how there's this whole culture war and just belittling anyone that has the nerve to speak out. It's the same thing with YouTube. I made a couple videos where I cracked a couple jokes that are, you could consider them anti-Disney. That's a way of putting it. My views went like that ever since. Doesn't matter if it's a edited video. Doesn't matter if it's a stream. It's never been the same since then. Videos getting age restricted where you have people watching them and they're like, how did this video get age restricted? And I'm like, here, watch these other videos, not even related, where I said things that they didn't like. And that's why I get done like this now. So look, I'm not pro Dana White. I'm pro logic and reason and truth. And it's not about women, men should be able to hit women and women should be victims. It's about, hey, everybody don't hit each other and stop villainizing men. That doesn't mean to shed any kind of a negative light on women in the exchange. Why don't you just be cool to everybody? Someone says you're pro women beater. I ain't pro women. I ain't even pro wife beater. I'm so anti pro women beater. I don't even wear tank tops. Now I have, because I have tank top merch. But I'm so anti-wife beater that I won't even wear one. That's how anti-wife beater that I am. That's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. I'm out here with the farmer's tan because I won't even rock a wife beater because I respect women so much. Raj M. Jesse. Do I have to be a Mexican to wear the merch? Nah. And I've said it since the beginning. It's ingenious to wear the MMA merch if you're not even Mexican, because then you're like a ninja at that point. You're like a sleeper cell. People don't expect it. They don't see you coming, you know? Bill Burr has a great bit on putting hands on women. No reasons? I could think of 10. And look, Men and women feel the same way. Human beings, these fallen creatures, they get mad. They want to hit something. They want to flick somebody's ear. They want to pinch them. They want to bite them. They want to say a negative word to them. And you overcome it. You guys overcome it. You have bad thoughts. Sometimes Marilena says something and I want to say something I know is going to cut to the core or whatever, I want to leave all the cabinets open because I know it drives her crazy. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man. And I'm not going to do that because later I'm going to see if she'll go pick up the Chinese for me and I don't want her throwing this back in my face. Like, I'm not saying the intentions have to be on point, but at the end of the day, you got to think, how's this going to play out? Dana and his wife are like the couple always fighting in the line at Walgreens. Look, I'm going to have to go because I've been streaming at like the worst time every single day. And now I got to go again. I got to go. I got people waiting for me. So I want to say I thank you for being here. And I'm telling you, this stuff with Dana's not going to end. They're going to try to keep coming after him. They're going to try to keep causing a ruckus and taking his job. And I'm telling you, we got to cancel culture. If somebody does something and there's charges pressed and they break the law, and they're actually breaking the law, arrest them. We don't need anarchy out here. Someone does something wrong, hold them responsible. But when in the world does that have anything to do with taking someone's livelihood? Someone's aggressive and they hit people, you take their livelihood, they're going to get mad and go hit more people. They're going to have to rob people now to make a living because you took their livelihood. What if I'm a professional shoemaker and my lady slaps me and I slap her back? I can't make shoes no more? Well, he's a president of a fight league. Oh, wait, would you say that again? Fight league? Oh, then he's a good ambassador, huh? I know that sounds stupid. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, think about it from every angle. How does that sound when you say it out loud? Maybe it's weird and maybe it's twisted, but that's probably why people are okay with it, huh? Golden Goldface. I like my women how I like my coffee. Black, bitter, and preferably fair trade. Hey, bro, don't got to read this GM. It's too late. Street Beef Scrapyard in the house. When am I coming back? Thank you, Street Beef Scrapyard, for spending some time here. I'm gonna be uploading a short in like in a couple hours. I'm gonna be uploading a short. I'm starting to break down UFC 3 now. And you know what's trippy? I had no idea Ariane Celeste has been working since UFC 3. That tripped me out. I had to rewind. I was like, dang. I don't even understand that. What's it called? She's on those essential oils or something. I just think we got to stop going after livelihoods. It doesn't make any sense. If someone actually breaks the law, if there's actually charges pressed, if someone's actually doing something, hold them accountable. I don't want a lawless society. But I'm saying, when did it ever involve taking someone's paycheck away? That's weird. That's weird. And then I've heard, I think John Fitch was talking about it, how people say, well, if it's an NBA commissioner, they fire him. If it's a leader of, a tech company, they fire him. Well, why? Why'd they ever do that? What in the world does it have to do with their job? If they deserve it, then I don't care. You put them in the car and haul them off to federal prison, but don't take their job away. My last name is Kimball. I wish I was tied to that piano. What's wrong with Kimball? Wait, is there someone named Kimball that did something bad? I better did. Man, I'm late. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Don't forget to scope my short in a couple hours. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late. Hey, don't hit people. Don't hit people or you might lose your job. Don't